Welcome to a new episode of I Take Me, Celine Diol. Thank you so much for joining in and tuning into this new episode. It's been a while since my last episode, and a lot of things have changed since then. Also, it's been a little over a year since the start of this podcast, so happy first anniversary to this podcast, and to all of you who have stuck along the way, and to the new listeners coming in, welcome. I hope you're all having a great start to 2023. So, new updates on me are that I graduated from my master's program. So, I am a mental health therapist, and I published my first book, which is called A Conscious Love. It's about healing the past, embracing self-love, and finding Prince Charming. So this book is my personal dating journey, the ups and downs that I went through, and all the women around me who have also gone through similar ups and downs, and similarities that we share, but also a lot of differences that I might not have experienced, but other women did. So, taking into account my experiences and other women's experiences in dating who are looking for something serious and are looking for marriage like I was. So, this book is a great relevant dating advice for millennial women as well as Gen Zs, Gen Xs, whoever you are. It's personal storytelling that I can guarantee that many women out there can relate to. It's about going through heartbreaks, the pain, and not just that, but along with all of that, your own personal struggles in life and with your health, with family, just a lot of things that kind of come together, tie in, and also reflect on you finding the right companion. It also goes into healing and what I personally did to heal my heart, to heal my health, to heal my relationships, and just to have a better positive environment around me, because if you're happy and healthy and living well is when you'll attract the right person for you, right? If you're negative and in sickness, then you'll attract someone who's also negative and in sickness. But if you're focusing on just healing all the parts about you that need healing, the traumas, anxieties, the depression, finding self-love, becoming more confident in yourself, finding your identity, having a sense of self, a sense of belonging, just feeling more grounded and feeling your authentic self is what healing is. And if you are doing all of that, it of course will reflect in your dating and the types of people that you meet along the way. And so as you're going through this journey, and as I went through this journey, whatever stage or phase of life you're in mentally are the types of people that you will attract. And of course, you'll realize they're not the right people, and you go through certain experiences, you learn certain lessons, you teach them certain lessons, and then you go your separate ways and you keep moving forward until this one person comes into your life and sticks. So the third section of this book is about hope, and it's about feeling all the inner child feelings and the desires that you're wanting in a healthy relationship, and out of true love and how you want to feel and how you want this person to make you feel. And when you have this hope is when you lead to new beginnings, which is the fourth chapter. And this last section came in really well in perfect timing by the universe, because this is when I met my special person. And my third news is that I'm getting married this year, which is amazing. And I'm so happy about this. And it's all the manifestations and the hard work that I've done on myself and in my life in attracting marriage, which is something I've always wanted, and having a healthy relationship. And of course, all that came from me really healing my past and working on my traumas and becoming a better version of myself so that I can be a better partner to my person, and of course have them be a good partner to me, because who you are is who you attract. So new beginnings goes into what it's like to have that right kind of love, to have your Mr. Right, and what it feels like, and what type of feelings you should be emitting, what vibration you should be on in order to have that right person by your side, even if you don't have that right person right now. But this is if you're emitting those feelings and this is how you're feeling and you're going about living your empowered singlehood, then you will meet the right person for you. And backtracking to the first section of heartbreaks, so heartbreaks can vary. Heartbreaks can be, coming out of a serious relationship. It can be being rejected by someone, you rejecting them. It can be, just minor flings or little affairs or just like one or two dates, or it can be a talking phase that has lasted from a couple hours or days to weeks or months, even if it wasn't anything labeled as a relationship. So heartbreaks can basically means disappointments. When you talk to someone and you try to find the potential and you try to see where this could go, but of course your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts get involved. And when it doesn't work out, or whatever, the trigger points and the ups and downs that go through that phase of talking to particular people, and they can be multiple people, is what heartbreaks can be. And I also mentioned cheating in this section, which I am highly against infidelity. I believe it's a very, very bad quality to have in someone's character. And it comes from a lot of unhealed, deeply rooted pain points in a person that they have to figure out and heal and work on, because that's what's leading them to cheat and act in a certain way that's hurting their partner, and of course hurting themselves because they don't realize why they're doing what they're doing. But anyways, and I had experienced cheating a long time ago in my past, and it's a very horrible thing to go through, but it makes you so much stronger, and it makes you find your self-worth and your value. And it's a blessing in disguise. But I do talk about cheating because I have heard of many other women going through this, and I feel for them, and it's really bad to go through something like this, and they don't deserve that. And so what I have experienced and what I have heard others go through is what I also mention in the first section of this book, and what those, just overall what that can feel like. So the poetry and journaling related to that. So I do hope that if you do choose to read this book and pass it on to any other of your female friends that you might know who might benefit from this. I hope that you can resonate, and I'm sure you will, and you can relate to this, and you will find a lot of meaning and truth to it because it came straight from the heart and it came from real life experiences of real life women like myself and others around us, our friends, our family, our sisters, our best friends, our coworkers. So while I'm updating you on all of these cool things, another new update is that if you are on social media, if you are on Instagram, feel free to follow my new Insta handle at Self Healing Babe. So this is my brand name, Self Healing Babe, and my book that I mentioned on dating and love and healing and spirituality, a conscious love, is also under my brand, a self-healing babe. And there's also a free ebook that you can download if you go to this Instagram page, and you will benefit a lot from this free resource. And it's about mind over illness. It's called Mind Over Illness, which means that you can heal your physical illnesses, your chronic illnesses, your diseases by using the power of your mind. And this is something that I'm sure I've mentioned in my other episodes last year. And this comes from my own research and my own personal experience of curing and conquering a temporary chronic illness using my mental strength and the power of my mind by getting to the root causes and healing it to the point that it's non-existent now. So your disease, your disease, or anyone you know who's suffering from a physical illness, it can become non-existent if you take the time, the consistency, and the discipline to just work on yourself, figure out why it happened and how you can heal it. And I have figured out through trial and error what works, what doesn't, and what worked for me. And I am willing to share this with you through this free resource. And I'm willing to share the formula that worked for me in healing my not in my now non-existent disease through an online course. So if you follow this Instagram page at Self Healing Babe, or even if you keep up with my podcasts here, you will be in the loop to know when I drop this online course. And you can also have access to it through downloading this free ebook that I will also link in the description of this podcast episode, and it's also on that Instagram page. And this online course will teach you how to eliminate stress and heal any problems that you're facing physically in your body, because stress, there are a lot of things that can fall under stress: worry, anxiety, fears, unhealed traumas from our past. Just a lot of our pain points fall under stress. And for me, stress was a huge thing, which came genetically to me, and of course through my environment. I was just triggered to have a lot of stress, and that's something that I had to work on deeply to heal myself. And that's something that a lot of us don't realize, that a lot of these things are based out of fear and stress, and that's why we end up manifesting these diseases. So this online course will break it down to you, all the research that I have done and all the figuring out that I have done for myself, because I wish I had something like this for myself. I wish I had a free ebook, a resource, or an online course or something that I could just go to, and that's all I needed to heal myself or get to the point of helping myself, to heal myself, to get me on that path of healing. But there was nothing like this that existed. There's so many things out there that just focus on medicine, um, or just healing through certain diets or nutrition or food, but there was no this one-stop shop for, hey, Celine, you can heal yourself naturally by using the power of your mind. Nobody told me that. My doctor didn't even tell me that. In fact, I was the one who told my doctor at the time, and I said, I'm going to heal this naturally. And the doctor didn't even support it. So I stopped consulting that doctor because it was only going to bring me down, which is also part of it, right? We have to not be around things or people or places or situations or words that are going to keep us in a negative place and that are going to bring us down even more, because we were already in a bad place. That bad place caused us to manifest this disease. Now, having this disease is making us suffer even more and making us stay in that bad place. So it's just like one layer on top of another layer of bad things. So we need to stop right there, cut out all these negative things, and just focus on something totally positive, this package of positivity that can help us undo this disease and bring us back into a healthy person who's happy, who's smiling, who practices their freedom, who can eat whatever they want, they can go wherever they want, they can wear whatever they want, they're at a healthy weight, they look good, you feel good, and those are all the things that this course can help you get to, end your suffering, end your pain, and actually get to a good place in your life that you have been wanting, that your inner child has been wanting, that your 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 5-year-old has been wanting, because you don't want to live with this baggage. And this disease is just this baggage, and you can get rid of it, and I can help you get rid of it. This course will help you get rid of it, because you don't need to go Googling certain things, picking up certain books, researching other things, consulting different people like I did. And all of this can be provided to you in just one place. So I do hope you get to check out my new book. It's called A Conscious Love. Heal your past, embrace self-love, and find your Prince Charming like I did. And it's coming from all the expertise that I have gained through my field research on dating and interacting and what works, what doesn't work. This book is available on Amazon for purchase, and I will also leave a link for it in the description of this episode. So I do hope that you are able to find your Prince Charming. Love is such a beautiful thing. I want everyone to find their right person, and I want everyone to be on this beautiful, healthy vibration of love and health. So I really, really do hope you get to check out this book, and I hope you can resonate and it helps you and anyone else you'd like to share it with. And second, if you do get to check out the Instagram page at Self Healing Babe, or if not, just the description of this episode, check out the free ebook. I mean, it's free. Come on, right? we can have all the free stuff we want. Why not? And especially if it's improving you and teaching you something new, or even reminding you of certain things that you already knew. It's a positive thing, so we can have all the knowledge that we can get. So check out that free resource, that free ebook, Mind Over Illness. I'll leave the link here, and it'll also be on the Self Healing Babe Instagram page. And yeah, stay in the loop for the course on eliminating stress and healing your physical discomforts if that is something you're interested in or anyone else that you think would be interested in. And I will see you in another episode of this podcast, I Take Me With Me. Hope you're enjoying this content and stay true to yourself, stay happy, stay healthy, stay full of love, and keep smiling. I will talk to you soon. Bye.